some people get to that stage where they want to do an apprenticeship maybe, but they can't afford to have 4 years of, let's say, mature age apprentice wages. It's just not something that's feasible. But the gyms franchise, you can sort of, it's almost a trade in a way, almost, where you've probably got those skills eventually to do a lot of that similar stuff, but you can make that money a lot quicker and you don't have to go through that, 4-year process.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, going from an industry, obviously like hospitality, and then into the field that we're in at the moment, like with antennas and security, I set myself goals, and I knew that straight off the bat, I wasn't going to be able to do everything that I wanted to be able to do. I knew I was going to be limited to, my antennas and my TV points, and then I was going to be able to grow on that as time went on and, do courses and everything. But it was more the fact of being able to hit the ground running, and just go out there and just start making money straight off the bat, and have enough tools in my belt or underneath my belt to be able to go out there and get the job done and call on the people around me to get that help.
And what's the training process like? Because it can be daunting that first couple of weeks. You're sort of day one, now you're in your own business. It can be pretty daunting. Do you remember what was that first week or couple of weeks like?
Oh, mate, I'll never forget it. To tell you the truth, I actually quite often think about my training process, which was around about 6 weeks. And I went out with Troy for a little bit of the time, and I sort of, me and Troy always have a bit of a giggle because I was with one of the other franchisees, Brett, for the first couple of weeks, and it was over, December, January, and then went out with Troy for about 2 days, and he goes, what's Brett doing the next couple of days? And I went, I said, why? And he's like, weather's going to be really good, mate. He's like, I'm going to go out and jet ski for a couple of days. He's like, can you go off with Brett? I was like, okay, sure. I was like, is that what it's all about? And he goes, well, mate, I run my own business. I can do what I want. So yeah, look, it was, to go back to the original question, yeah, absolutely, it was daunting. But the boys really made sure that they went through, almost everything. I mean, as much as you can, obviously. But the training, the boys were fantastic. They taught me enough to get me going and enough to get out there. And as soon as I ran into a problem, I rang Brett, I rang Troy, had the other guys to ring up as well. And they were there with the answers.